Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Justin Nelson. Today I'll be presenting the scenario for Pollard Financial, which is a financial services firm operating out of 25 different regions. And their objectives are to provide a platform for client financial account management. Some of the risks identified is, of course, that we're dealing with financial. On actors and license, we have sales reps, business sales reps, and sales support assistants. All receive sales code license for access to CRM objects as well as the account management features. The role hierarchy rolls from the business sales reps down to the sales support assistants. And then finally, we have the external clients that will receive customer community license for access to their own data. On the system landscape, it's pretty scaled down since it's a shorter scenario today. But we have a single org that is enabled for multi-language and actually single currency in this case, since it's only the United States. And then we also have DocuSign enabled for e-signature for the signing of contracts. We have a client portal as well for the clients to log in and view their account details. Moving on to the requirements of the ERD. We have within the ERD the business account with its associated employees. Both are private, with the owner of the business account being the business sales rep and the owner of the contacts themselves being their client sales representatives. Personal accounts are individual clients that are also private. They're owned by the client support representatives. The contracts are associated with the different accounts. They are also private and they're owned by the client support representatives, have separate sharing as well. The contract object is a custom object in this case, so it's not the standard object, and since it has a separate sharing model. We have performance reports that are controlled by parent, the client funds that are also controlled by parent, and master detail with the product, since the fund report should only be visible to clients that are best representatives that will sales support assistants that will be assigned to specific sales reps via a role hierarchy so that they have visibility. The client information is stored at the account level or the person account level. There will also be the ability for them to access the business account information via the self-service, so they'll be able to log in to their a person account will be able to log into their account within the portal and be able to view the account information, be able to update it as well. The investment plans, once they've logged in, a client is logged in, they'll be able to view the investment plans that are associated with their account based on a master detail relationship with the planned funds. The investment plans are the contract custom object here. The planned funds then look up to a product, which is the actual fund that is private. They'll have access to the planned fund since it is controlled by parent, but they won't have access to the product object since it is private. The internal users, though, will have access to the products themselves. Fund reports will be able to describe the history of the given fund that is associated with the product itself via lookup or via master detail rather. They'll be able to view the reports only when they are invested in that fund via the plan in the fund report. What we're going to be doing is exposing that within a custom lightning component on the plan fund itself so they can see the reports. And then also they will have the access to the monthly performance that is stored in Salesforce and accessible to the client or the contacts. And then negotiated contract details are stored at the contract level. The accessibility requirements I'll describe here. So this is more further requirements around how do users access what objects. So I'll talk about that now. So at the client sales representative level, we have account teams. Those account teams will be composed of the sales support assistants, and the direct line management will be above them in the role hierarchy, so there will be cascading visibility. Client sales representatives are assigned to the account team if they are wanting to share it with within the same account team that they're assigned to. They won't be able to share client information with sales representatives that are not assigned to them, given the fact that it will have that restriction where they will only be able to assign specific roles. The Specific information about the client or business account, such as tax identification number, is only visible to the assigned sales representatives based on the contract that they own. The contract itself will there's not visibility at the person account or the account team level. The business account information is stored and accessible to the client's sales representative. There's business information restrictions for certain types of data for the business sales representatives that only they have access to. So we'll enforce that via field level security, and there will also be parent implicit sharing from the contact. Visibility appropriate fields, but they won't be able to view the full set of fields that a business sales rep has access to. The business account sales representatives will not have access to related employee accounts based on the fact that the contact itself is private under the account, and also that the contract itself is, the related employee accounts, I'm assuming, is the contact information such as their first name, last name is not necessarily falls under that employee account range. I'm talking about accounts as in the contracts, and those are private and owned by the client sales representatives. Business sales representatives don't have access to that because it is private. And then the investment plan, investment performance reports specific to clients should have the same security requirements. It's basic client information based on that private OWD at the contract level. And then finally, these fund reports should be visible to all internal users based on a sharing rule that would exist on the product also shares the fund reports. The clients have visibility to the investment plans and their investment performance reports based on a sharing set that is associated with the contract. The contract will then have a sharing set that will share the client data with the fund reports. Will only be visible to the clients who have invested in the fund based on Apex sharing. Like I mentioned earlier, we'd have a Lightning component that is on the plan fund itself that shows them the fund reports. There'll also be the ability for them to view the fund reports based on Apex sharing as well. Clients will be able to view and edit their personal information via the contact edit on their, since they're assigned to the contact, they'll be able to edit that contact since they're a customer community license. And one thing I want to call out, actually, we're not using Apex sharing in this case, since it is customer community. We're going to be using just a Lightning component that is going to share the fund reports, since they don't have share records, ability to have share records assigned to them. And then finally, we have the client that is able to upload documents and share with the client's sales representatives based on by uploading documents to their client account record. So they'll upload a document right there, and that will be visible to the client sales representative that's assigned to them via ownership. And that's it. Questions? Thank you.